That's
Okay.
it. Thank you. That's it.
Okay.
That's
There you
it. We're
go.
ready to go.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Well,
John.
thank
I
you,
appreciate it.
Charlie.
Not a problem.
Thank you,
He's
Brother
the
John.
best. Here, we can get some
It
lighting in
is
here.
amazing.
How are you
Yes, yes,
feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like you did the most excellent job ever because you didn't let up. You know what I
Well,
mean?
thank you.
Like the second that property that we put a contract in on came on the market, you sent it to me immediately and said, take a look at this. What do you think? And that opened a whole new window,
Opportunities.
opportunity, absolutely, to really kind of mm, not settle and branch beyond what I had been thinking about.
That's
So
cool.
it was everything,
I love it. I love
everything.
it. I
And
love it.
then for you to write the contract immediately and submit it was everything because you knew instinctively as a professional that this property was going to go quickly. Okay. And you knew and were explaining to me, not only verbally, but by your actions, that we needed to turn this in as soon as possible. And that's what you did. And based on your recommendation, for the offer, they accepted. Remember, they called you and then you called me. I was at that party and you said they verbally accepted. So again, reinforced your just radar for knowing timing, the reactions you get from your clients, the immediacy of the business, and you don't waste time. You don't waste a second.
Yeah, that property was getting a lot of attention very quickly, just because sometimes when you price it right, that's all you
Yep.
need.
Yep.
But let me just go
Yep.
ahead and let me ask you to introduce yourself and then just
Sure.
kind of tell me what prompted you to start looking for a place in Florida.
Okay. Hello, I'm Susan Murrow. And when my two brothers relocated from Maryland to Palm Coast, Florida, so that's like half of the family already down here in Florida. And my sister and her husband recently did the same thing and put a contract in on a home through you, Marilynn Wolfe, amazing realtor. So when they confirmed their relocation down south, I just said to myself, I'm not staying up here by myself without my family because we are all very, very tight
I
and
can see
very
that.
close. And we love each other deeply. And that is the most important thing in my life, my family. So, I, reached out to my sister and I said, can you give me the contact that you work with? And she said, absolutely. And she sent it immediately and said, that's when I reached out to you.
Wonderful. And I'm going to ask what stood out to you about my approach and how I approached the situation and the finding you homes to visit.
Mm. Well, you are a great listener. And when we had that first, like hour long phone call, you were basically interviewing me. asking me what's important to you. What do you like? What don't you like? Where where do you see yourself in your new place? So based on that hour-long call, and you began sending me numerous properties to review, so I could get a sense of, oh, this is kind of what you get with this is what you get with that. This is kind of the popular thing in Florida. It really helped me to not necessarily educate myself, but get a clearer idea of what my life would look like down here based on my choices. So when I, blocked out this window to be here on the ground, and the whole goal of my trip coming down to Florida was to find a place, find a community, and find the right place for me. So with your research, and at first we were talking about, I wanted to be by the intercoastal. I loved that St. John's or St. Joe's Walkway area. And so you pulled a host of properties, that are along the intercoastal for me to look at. And so then I was able to decide, is this the place I want to be or not? Is this the kind of age of home that I want to live in or not? So it really helped the whole progression of the evolution, if you will, of me deciding where I want to land.
Yeah, I think that every time we went out to look at a community, and we had several days of hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we learn a little bit every time.
Right.
Every time we kind of hit the mark a little bit more, and we like this, we don't like this, we like this area, not this area. We
Yep.
you like new, you like newer, you know.
Right.
So
Yes.
every day, we learn something new and it helps to fine tune. And I know you were close to making an offer in that one community, and then your brother was like, well, walkability was something that was really important
Right.
to you.
Yep.
And then we kind of did a pivot on the geography.
Yes. Like instantly.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
yeah.
5 p.m. that afternoon. And the next morning, you had how many properties did we see? I mean, multiple,
I
4 or
think
5.
I had booked like 5 or 6, but two of
Yeah.
them were canceled. But it was still, it was one community, but it was a good day of
Yes.
showing. And then visiting, we were going to grab a bite afterwards. And
Yep.
since this wonderful community had a restaurant, within the gates, you're like, hey, let's just do this. And
Yeah.
I think that was really helpful to you because we did tour the amenities. They let us into the gym without
I
the
know.
pass.
Wasn't that great?
I
That was
know we
great.
snuck in.
That was great.
We snuck into the pool area.
Yep. Everything. You were like, let's go see it. We're here. Let's walk around the pool.
Yes,
When
the
we
whole
met that
work.
girl, Kathy, we were talking to the residents. How do you like it here? What's it like to live here? How are the activities? Are the people friendly? I mean, that really went a long, long way, you know.
Absolutely. Let's see. So do you feel that I helped you understand the market and the pricing so that you can make a confident offer?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question. When you were running the comps on the other properties in that community and specifically in that area, I think there was one place we looked where there were 3 homes on the market on the same street, and you were able to say, oh, this sold for this price or this sold for that price. This is when it was constructed. This is how much it sold for. That was critical information for me to have to know if the offer I was making was um, in the realm of a seller saying, yeah, this is good, this is a good offer, or no, it's not a good offer,
Right.
or
And I
that would
wanted
be
to make sure,
overpriced. Yes.
right. I wanted to make sure because there was one that we were moving to make an offer on, kind of working it verbally. And the seller's agent had expressed some concerns and you change about it appraising and
Uh-huh.
you had changed your financing from financing, which requires an appraisal, to cash, which doesn't. And I was like, we're going to get an appraisal because you're not
Right.
going to pay more than what
Right.
it comes in at, like that's just
Absolutely.
not going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great. And what part of my service has been most valuable to you so far?
Can I just say all of it? I all of it. I mean, your responsiveness is amazing to me. And in my professional life, I was on deadlines a lot. So I really understand the importance of being responsive and how that moves things forward. And through every communication we had, you always move things forward because when we would see properties and I would make an assessment and you'd say, well, do you like it? Do you want to move forward? Blah, 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 blah. And I would say, no. Then you'd come up with a whole new list of me to review. And then when I would say no to that, and then you came up with a whole new list of properties for me to review. And then when that last property that I really felt would be good for me, and the interaction with the seller and the seller's agent and their hesitancy to agree to an appraisal, you know then you came up with this option that really came on the market maybe, I don't know, was it an hour later after I was like, it
Yeah,
was
within hours of us
it
trying to
was
verbally initiate dialogue on the one
yes,
property you had originally wanted to put an offer on, like
right,
within hours that came up. And I even sent the property to them just so they can I could justify that, we know that the price is not worth what it is because look at this property.
right, right,
And the
yes,
agent was very quick to come back and say, okay, well, let's write it up. We'll work on
I
the
know,
appraisal. We'll get through this. And I'm like, well, my seller now, my buyer wants to go look at this property now.
yep, yep,
So, so
and you
same
made it
here.
happen.
So how did you tell me the feeling? Tell me how you knew that it was the one.
Well, I had goosebumps when I walked
I
in,
love it.
goosebumps. And I knew it was almost like as soon as I walked into that home, I knew it was right. It was, it's perfect for me. It is perfect. It is
It
exactly
is.
what I love.
Yes, it is. It is perfect for you in every way. And
Uh-huh.
I'm glad even though the other one that we were working with, we had them at the point where they had agreed to everything and we just needed
Right.
to send over a contract for signatures.
Yep.
Um, that you were still open to go and look at this. Um, yeah, I just knew that extra square footage, the extra upgrades, that
Oh,
it,
the
right.
light, the difference in the light and, all the fixtures and like you said, all of the upgrades that you pointed out to me when you sent me that listing.
Yeah, definitely worth the same price point of the other home, you
Uh-huh.
know. So, so much more to offer. So I'm
Yes.
super excited. And I have since sent you your list of your utilities. So, within a few weeks of closing, you'll have to start with at least the electric. And
Uh-huh.
then the water will be like the day of closing. You'll have to get the settlement statement, and then you'll be
Okay.
ready to move forward on that. So, but thank you for the champagne. I have
Thank
it
you for,
chilling.
good. I'm so glad. Well, cheers to you
Well, cheers to
and
you.
your amazing work.
Well, I will definitely keep you updated through the process. I sent you the important timelines and I'll be
Yep.
managing that. The inspection is happening in a couple days and I'll be there and your brother will come too.
Yep.
I'll get like a superficial kind of a report from him because I'm not his client, you are. He'll go ahead and give you all the information. Within 24 hours, you'll have the full report.
That's
But
great.
I'm fairly confident that, being with the age of the construction and the quality of the construction of that community
Uh-huh.
will be smooth sailing to closing.
That sounds great, Marilyn.
Oh, well, awesome.
Can't
God
thank you enough.
bless. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
God bless you. And I thank God for bringing you into my life. Because this is a
Well,
new chapter for me.
this is
This
a
is a whole
new
new chapter.
chapter. Yeah,
New,
it's a new life, a new
it
day, a
is.
new way. Like it's floor to live in. Like it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna
Yeah.
be wonderful. And wishing you safe travels.
Thank you very much. And I know we'll be keeping this going,
Absolutely.
dialogue. And
Absolutely. You'll be hearing from me like every day.
yeah, good. I love it.
Okay,
I love it.
wonderful. Wonderful.
All
Well, I
right.
appreciate you taking the time and thank your family for,
It's my pleasure.
giving me this time with you because I know you're they're trying to get their time in before you go home.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Everything that you did for me to make this happen is just phenomenal.
Well, you are the best and I really truly
Thank you.
appreciate you. God bless.
Ditto.
Take care.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.